And that's a really good way to get a green card.
Yeah.
Like, it's a really easier way than anything else.
This is an international thing. This is an international thing, a podcast about international students and making connections with people across the world. Welcome, I'm Tamer.
Gabriel?
I'm Jules.
Cool. And we're missing Nipur, but she's not going to be missing too long. I will split the show into segments, 3 to 6 segments. The first segment is going to be called Borderless Beginnings.
Right.
Second one is called Culture, Shock and Adaptation. Third one is called Challenges and Triumphs. Fourth one is a news update, because there's always going to be something new. 5 is Home and Away. We've talked about homesickness and depression and all that stuff. And I wanted to give it a section in today's episode because we've mentioned it, I think, in 2 episodes. And closing. Last thing is just closing. Okay. Let's see.
The flags look nice.
The flag is looking nice. If you see your flag, put a like.
Let us know in the comment where you're from.
Yeah, please do.
Better.
Please do. Please do.
Better than disliking.
Okay, so why did you choose to study abroad? That's like the main, like the beginning. Why?
Alright, that's a good question.
That's a
pretty
good
good
question.
one.
Oh, okay. For study abroad, I feel like US has offered like more opportunities than like my country education system, especially for like STEM students. And like back in like Burma, even in like high school, like I didn't get to do any like hands-on activities or like labs or stuff like that. But like here, like even at ELA, like a community college, like we have to do everything. And like for me, like I have to like study really hard to like get adapted to this like country education systems, and yeah, pretty much I chose to study abroad because I want like more opportunities.
I think like for like just going for me now, but like what made me come to the US instead of abroad, which is the question, was like the chance of like maybe pursuing a career on soccer and at the same time pursuing a career on studies, which was like something that is not like doable in my country because there's not like such a support and such as like a huge system that they have here, like that athletics are huge, like in every university. And even like I'm not playing anymore, but like that was the something that was the thing that brought me here. So like I'm really grateful for that. And even if that didn't like work it out in the beginning, like just for being here, what it made me do, like it was worth it. Like
Yeah.
I know it was worth it because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't like the soccer the first time, like at the first point. And then I found my passion for like studies and just pretty good. Like I think the main reason for many students like opportunities, I would say. I don't know about you. What about you?
Everyone would agree on opportunities. It's the story that's usually interesting because everyone has a story. Your story is mostly soccer. With Jules, the same thing. Opportunities. What's he was able to point out soccer. Like, what do you think? Can you point out one thing, like one thing in STEM or like that?
Oh, so like I want to be a neuroscientist, but like Barbara, like neuroscience, like it isn't even like exists there.
There's a university, like the university there, like I don't know, like the main university in Belize.
Like okay, so like
I don't know.
in Burma, like the main universities, like you have to be either become like a doctor or engineer. That's it.
Oh yeah.
The rest,
Same thing.
like
Yeah.
Same thing.
yeah.
It's like other careers are there. It's not like there's no, but there's an expectation that it's an engineer or a doctor or a lawyer sometimes. So that's like the expectation. Across the art world too. What was I gonna say? Oh, my story. I won my way here. When I was like 2 years old, my dad applied. The State Department has something they call the diversity visa. to make the US more diverse. Maybe not now.
Yeah,
like
I
they-
look at that to like maybe get a green card, maybe.
Yeah.
But like I know I think they offer. I might be wrong. Yeah. Please check. I don't know if you guys are gonna be checking, but like they offer that like a diversity visa if the country has like less than 100,000 migrants or
That's
something
right.
like that. Yeah, something like
That's what like helped my odds of getting it because Lebanon historically doesn't have that numbers.
And that's a really good way to get a green card.
Yeah.
Like, it's a really easier way than anything else, like getting married for someone random. To just get a
Yeah,
green
and
card.
you can check like there's countries like there's a list where they would say, oh, this country is like priority, this country is not so much.
Yeah,
Like I can imagine Mexico isn't that much. Like
yeah,
there's-
like, yeah.
like
Even Brazil is not. Like,
Brazil isn't.
I don't know about this.
I don't know
You
about
could- you could
Brazil. I'll
check.
check.
You could
I'll
check.
check.
Like, you could-
Diversity visa?
yeah,
Yeah.
you could get like a green card from that.
But the thing is, you have to apply like 3, 4, 5 years before. Like now that.
Oh,
that-
like DV.
Yeah,
DV.
DV, yeah,
Oh,
DV, yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I should have said DV. Yeah.
The cute nickname.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, my parents like they've been like applying for like every year since like 2008 or something.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah, my dad applied in like 2005.
Because I think it's like
2006.
kind of lottery. Like
Yeah, it is like a lottery.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what they
You
call
won.
it.
My parents applied for it again like this year, and then like the result would come out like May.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. Yeah, when my dad applied for it, he applied in Lebanon. By the time he got back, they got back to him. He was in Qatar. He was in a whole different country, and they called him on his work phone, and he's like, "This is a scammer. This is a scammer." And they're like, "No, this is actually the American consulate in Doha, Qatar. Do you you applied and like we accepted your application." He's like, "Yeah, okay, sure. Send me the
It's
appointment."
pretty good.
He thought it was like some kind of scammers or guys. You know, people's news like.
And like.
There's a lot of scam and diversity visa. That's also
Oh,
another thing.
that's yeah. That's something.
Be careful, you guys. Like always check. It's the State Department that does it, not I don't know some random person. Like it's by the
And
State Department.
Your father won.
Yeah.
Right. And then
And want it for the whole family.
Oh, when
Because he
when the
applied.
person won, the family won.
Yeah.
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 It's pretty good. I didn't
Get
know.
your family.
It's like if you're under 21, like the
Makes sense. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, my brother wasn't born when he applied. By the time we got it, he was like 9 or 10 months old. So he was added because we weren't doing the like we went to like oh we have there was like they're like oh, okay we'll add the person. So any person who gets born during the application time or like any kid or something they get added to it because they're part of the family.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's how we got it. We came
It's
to
pretty cool. Didn't know.
DC in 2011. You got it. And yeah, same thing. Opportunities. I came. I was like my freshman year, so 9th grade, basically. We talked about the paperwork, interviews, and unnecessary waiting. So getting here, how was the wait? Like
Like the way the process.
yeah, the process for you.
First.
Let's start.
oh, process to
Doesn't-
like the visa application was stressful. Like I applied for a visa and then like the counselor I took the interview and at the moment like the counselor like he took my passport but he didn't tell me like I passed the interview or not. Like he took my passport. So I was like I was stressed.
I imagine. I would be too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like that for 2 weeks.
Wow.
And then suddenly like I got an email like, oh, your visa is approved, and then I was so relieved at the moment. And then I couldn't come into the US, like even though I got a visa, like I couldn't come to the US for like 4 months straight because like, did you know like in I-20 like there's like, do you remember like there's like a date like where you have to enter US,
Mm-hmm.
even though like I don't know how to
It was
explain.
4 months later.
Like
Yeah.
you have to like tell them the date you're gonna be.
They give you a
Yeah,
date.
yeah. Like,
Mm.
so like, I was like 4 months, like I got my visa like 4 months earlier than the date that I'm supposed to enter the US.
Oh,
Oh, I see. So you had to
Wait
convert
4
it.
months.
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
I went to 4 months over there.
I think like from you wasn't that long because it was kind of fast. Like in Brazil, it depends. Like sometimes it's very easy. Like to get like it depends. Like for students, like my friend, he's Brazilian as well. Like my roommate here, and he like tried 3 times to apply to the visa, and he had the whole paperwork like proving that he was gonna come to ELAC and study and everything. but he was denied 3 times, like for no reason. Like they don't give the reason,
Yeah.
or yeah, I remember he said like they don't give the reason, and he was like desperate because it's expensive first. It's expensive, as
Yeah.
very very expensive.
Very expensive.
But now he's here. But like I remember he told me like it was so much stress, and like in my case it was easier. Like I tried once and worked out fine. I think was easy, but it's usually not as easy,
Yeah.
and it takes like some months to take in Brazil. Like I would say, to schedule like to do an appointment, like to do the interview and you know the NC.
Yeah, there's always the like the wait, there's always the uncertainty, there's
And
always
even if you don't have a passport, like you have to take one, and then you
Yeah.
have to get a visa approved. Then you get like the school, like you have to get all the paperwork with the school here. It's a whole process. Like I would say, like how long the whole process, like to get in the school, get in the
Oh, it,
take for you.
I think for me, like it was only like a month only.
A month? Oh, that was fast. Alright.
It moved a lot to like international.
She got lucky, yeah. She
Okay.
got
Oh,
lucky.
yeah.
She got lucky. So that's
That's good, that's
good. Yeah, you
That's
don't
good.
want it to take time usually.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you never know. Like it goes from case to case. It goes depending on like the situation in the US, situation in the countries. Like there's many factors that can go right or go wrong.
Mhm.
You never know. You got lucky for the first one. Sometimes like you're three times.
Exactly.
So then it takes us like to the second question. Why do you think it's appointed? Like we're the International Student Podcast, but we never like started from the beginning. Why do you think it's important? Like for you, like we said, opportunities, yes, but like why do you think it's important for you, like to get the opportunities, and for the US to get the international students?
It's because I'm like the pretty much the only person here from my family, and like my parents are like paying a lot for my education, and like they're kind of like they want me to like live a better life, and like I'm like the hope of the family.
Yeah. There's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
It's
I
a lot
imagine.
of pressure. Like
My cousin is in a similar position to you. He also like the whole thing that it was to Germany, so he's also like they send him money and everything. So yeah, I get what you're saying.
But what was the question?
Why is it important to you to come, and why is it important for the US to have international students?
Well, alright. I thought it was a different question, but let me answer this one. But I think like for the US to have more international students, even to the like culturally, like it's very good. Like you have like people from everywhere. Like even here in Los Angeles, like if you go like I don't know Venice, if you walk on Venice, like for like the boardwalk, like you're gonna listen to all languages that you don't even know the language that you're speaking. You know, like even the existence of that. But that was really fun, and also like the factor of like just bringing more people and enriching the culture and like the even the workforce and even like the neighborhoods, like just experiencing like different. I don't know if it's the main like the current U.S. government idea, like I would say right now, because it's kind of tough, like the immigration
We will
part.
get to that.
The immigration part is kind of tough, but like having students from everywhere in the world, like it's pretty good. Like as the U.S. is like one of the superpowers of the world, and they have like a incredible system like of education compared to many other countries or all the countries. Not but like just for supporting the education and like promotion of like the even when we receive this kind of students, they're gonna be like probably supporting their countries on the future. So they are like helping the other countries at the same time. And why we're paying more to be here usually, and like just for it's kind of trade, you know. And they probably gonna be we're gonna be working here, so like we're gonna generate profit for them, and at the same time like maybe we're gonna be working professionally like here in the future. So it's might gonna be helpful for them in the future to have us preparing here and understanding how the system here works, you know. I think that just,
Yeah, definitely. And like the students here, how much do we help them? Like, they help us, of course. Like to get used to the system and like the classes and everything. But how much do we help them? Give them other points of views, perspectives, ideas that they don't get access to, because how would they know? It's like something or an idea that's not present here. It's like we know because it's part of like your culture, like how your people think, like how you think basically. So yeah, that's like my point, which takes us to like you were saying culture, right on the nail. The second segment is culture shock and adaptation. So there's definitely the culture shock, and like you can like everyone can say like a small story about their culture shock.
I think I want to. I'm starting because mine's kind of maybe boring, but because like when I came here, I have like many Brazilians that I met here like through social media. That's a really good way to point out like to try to search people like in the university like that follow the university and search like their names or common names of your area. I don't know. When I got here, I lived with Brazilians and like two I think it was four Brazilians and like two Argentinians, and it was kind of like family like was kind of more like I didn't have like that shock because like I when I come to school I would have like more like a different perspective like a lot of Mexicans, a lot of like Americans speak Spanish, speaking English, but even how like we have Argentinians who speak Spanish as well. It was a really good time like to practice. Like this is something that was really like an incredible opportunity just to practice my language. Like I didn't have much because like as I told you like a lot of Brazilians at home.
Less smooth.
Yeah, we're smooth. Like was a smooth change. Even if like was kind of hard because of family, like family and friends, they're not here. Like you have to adapt. You know, like you're kind of obligated, but you learn a lot. Like
Yeah.
you grow as a person like immensely. Like I can't say like how much I grow. Like I grew like all this stuff. Like everything that happened and it was amazing. It was pretty good, and I recommend you guys do it because it's kind of scary, but it's good. It's a really good change.
You can continue from what he said, the growing and change or culture shock.
Culture shock. I don't really have like a major culture shock because I kind of grew up with like those American films and movies like this. I'm kind of used to it. But when I arrived here, so I had this really awkward moment. Like I sneezed and someone said bless you to me, and I was giving it like weird looks. Like what? What do you mean?
Segment 3, challenges and triumphs. And you spoke a bit about the triumphs. So like how much you grew as a person. Jules, we can hear a bit more of that from you, like how much you grew as a person coming here.
So actually like when I arrived here during my freshman year, like first semester, I struggled a lot like academically. Like I also like made a lot of mistakes. Like I took 18 units for the first semester, so I didn't know like I could like drop classes or like switch classes. I didn't know any of the stuff like that. So like my GPA that semester was really bad, and then there was summers. I was depressed the entire summer because of my GPA, and then the fourth semester started. But fourth semester was like fun because I was in the bio club and I became the president of bio club, and then I joined environmental club, and then like that's where I made connections. That's where like I met you guys. So like I kind of like my like pool of like circle of like friends like grew eventually.
You found your place.
Yeah, I found my place.
I saw the biology club has like many students now. Or, like,
There's a lot, and I saw the meeting photos and I put
That's
them
pretty
up.
good.
I like them.
We're trying to be more organized this semester.
You guys are doing
You guys are
crazy
good.
experiments. I see them. I'm like, wow, that's nice.
Yeah, I think like for me, just very briefly, like even like just to like having to cook to myself, like having to do laundry, having to do like all this stuff, like figuring out like by yourself, it makes you grow a lot. Like because the obligation is pushing you like to like you have to do it. Like you have no way to escape from that. So like you learn it, like even if you don't want to, you know, it's very good. Like you grow, like I was saying, like about growing, like you want a maturity that is like really good. Like it's gonna be very useful for whatever you go and like for the future for every person.
You gotta do like everything on your own, so like you become like independent. You have to be independent.
Yeah, be independent. Yeah, that's a good point.
Independent. Okay. It says stress, financial struggles, like all that stuff. We also said that. So like we're covering this. I'm trying to find stuff that we're forgetting to say. We're not forgetting stuff. Oh yeah, small point that we didn't address that. Mental health is like important. It's crucial. And with like stress, as you were saying, it's like the academic stress or like any stress or like.
Like I don't want to influence anyone, but like as like I have many things to do right now. Like I have a bag full of candy on under the table. So like it's fine, guys. Like it's gonna be stressful a little bit. I'm learning like in a tough way, but you're gonna be fine. Just like has to be careful, like be mindful about like what you're doing and try to plan. Try to like plan your daily life and how you wanna be to like your schedule and try to do your best because now you're gonna get crazy. Just say that, yeah.
It can get crazy. You're good. You feel like you're in a rush.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, go ahead. I'm trying to be the moderator, not part of the podcast.
Question. Have
Yes.
you done your Duolingo today? Just kidding.
Yes.
Duolingo. Do your Duolingo, guys. It's
Please.
important. Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna be learning languages. It's pretty cool.
Nupur
It's pretty
forgot.
cool.
Remind Nupur.
Yeah. If you tell like no, write in the comment like Nupur forgot.
Nupur forgot. Like that.
Where's Nupur?
Okay. Yeah, where's Nupur?
Hi, we're at McDonald's right now. And I'm here with Nepal. We're gonna unbox the McDonald's Minecraft.
Segment 4, news update. So we have policy changes that for the past like couple weeks and months have been affecting the US. Importantly, we have Executive Order 14188. Issued on January 29, 2025. This order mandates investigations into international students who participated in pro-Palestine protests on campus, with the possibility of a visa revocation if deemed necessary. And that was all like on paper until ICE arrests Mahmoud Khalid, a Columbia University graduate student and activist. And this has become a flashpoint. This has become a point of contention and discussion. What does that move mean moving forward for freedom of speech, First Amendment, college campuses, international students, and so much more issues. And because this is the international thing, the International Student Podcast, was supposed to be like part of the episode from episode 2, but I forgot to add it, and now it has become like, the story has
it's
developed.
pretty good that you brought it up.
Yeah, the story has developed, which is just as an FYI, we're not against like freedom of speech or like
Oh yeah.
saying your opinion or anything, but like, yeah, of course, do it respectably and everything. But if someone doesn't agree with you, that doesn't give you the power to put shackles on a person, to put them in jail. But most people don't like that system. If they have it, they will tell you that's not a good system to live in. And that's one of the reasons, also opportunities that we said earlier. One of the opportunities, yes, is known to be freedom of speech. You gonna say anything? That was like
No, sure. I can mention like talk about like the case and like all the things that are gonna be happening. Like just seeing like what happened to them to the student, the Columbia student. Like it's kind of scary. Like for us international students, because like we don't know like if you're gonna be stopped on the streets or they're gonna be like knocking your door. They're gonna be like knocking on your door. And I know like many students like unfortunately have to work like outside jobs like illegally because they have to, you know, like they don't have any options because it's hard like even to get a job in a university. So like to get the social security number like to work here officially, like the school has to provide it, and like only through a job in school you're going to be able to get it. And like that forces a student to make like things that he wouldn't like to do, but like he's forced to do. So it's like the system putting us against the system, you know. So it's kind of a mess. It's kind of a mess for us because like a lot of students struggle with a lot, like a lot, like financially, because it's here in the US expensive. Like even like the dollar now is like fluctuating a little bit more, but I don't know like where we're gonna be ending right now because it's kind of scary, like with the new administration, and I don't know, like we have to wait to see, or like we have to protest, like that's for sure. But it's kind of scary, like even to protest, like you know, something that would be like something that we have freedom as the First Amendment that we have here in the US, which is freedom of speech, and but it's scary, like just it's very scary what is everything that is happening right now, and yeah.
And last segment 5, home and away. homesickness, cultural celebrations, comfort, all that stuff. So I think today is the first day of not Diwali, of Holi. It's like celebrated in India, so with Nupur it's like gonna be red on the top.
That's why she didn't come.
Oh,
That might be the reason, maybe.
I forgot. Yeah, that's right. Probably. She's
Say sorry, no, for
Yeah.
judging your Duolingo.
Sorry, Nupur. You're probably busy. You're probably busy. Yeah. So missing like what when you think of missing home, what's the thing you think about? Food, the language, the family. What's something that right now, if I say
Energy, like the Brazilian energy. Like Brazilian energy is like, I wouldn't say unique, but like Mexicans are very like similar somehow, but like the same vibe. Like we have like a really like positive vibe in a way. Like even if things not going really well, like we're gonna be like try to be happy always and celebrate and be like or try to be our best. You know, like try to have fun with what we have. You know, I think that's something like the and Brazilian energy like just like the is like
it's different.
it's different.
It's different, and you would not.
Probably like to other countries are the same thing. Like I don't know, like maybe someone I don't know, like from Mexico would say the same. Maybe would say the kind of the same thing. Like
Yeah.
here is a lot of Mexican culture, so I don't know how would be the difference, but yeah, I think like other countries they might have like the same, like same concerns or same like things like their culture, like in like family for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Family we don't need that.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have to
family
mention
stuff.
it. Yeah, it's like it's a given. But energy, I can agree with you on energy because, like with Lebanon, it's the same thing. Like we've gone through a lot of stuff, and like people will be like barely getting by, and you'll see them partying, having fun, and you'll be surprised. Like people are like, "You're ironic." Like, what's wrong? Like with like someone in the outside, like just like you're saying, like outside of Brazil.
In this case, I
outside
think it
Lebanon.
would be what is wrong, even like what is right, you know?
Yeah, that's right at that point. Yeah. So like life is too short and all that stuff, and it's like if you know you're always going to be going through bad stuff, like that's one of the things you know. You'll just sit there and you're not going to sit there. You're probably going to enjoy. So that's probably the reasoning behind all that joy. Like Brazil have been through a lot. Lebanon's been through a lot. Like Burma, a lot. We've talked about that earlier. India, we'll talk more about that. But yeah, that's like the last point. Ramadan is like right now we're going through it. It's like 30 days and everything. Yeah, pretty much. Recap key points. Nice. Got the key points. Okay.
There you go.
I know the names, so let's see.
You cut this part usually, or you just keep it like on?
No, I cut it.
Alright, makes sense.
I usually cut it.
Alright, makes sense.
I go word by word, frame by frame.
Damn, I'll pay more attention on that.
It takes me a long time. Yeah, I do like want to encourage Nupur and Jules and Gabriel's here to watch the videos after I publish them because I take my time editing those videos,
Yeah.
like, and I do the research
Uh-huh.
with
Just because, yeah.
Masapan. I figured Nupur was right. There's no like a Masapan for India, but they have something very close called like in regions. Because the thing is, you need to remember when talking about India. India is a very big country, so there's regions. Not Mumbai. She's from Mumbai. I forgot. There's a region where like it's in the video. It's called Mahim Halawa, and it's like similar to Halawa like ours and to like Burma. So when I like told her you probably have something. That was before the research. I figured there should be something, just judging by how big India is and how diverse, and like there's a lot of diverse languages and people. Like there's bound to be something close to it. But the key difference is, it's not peanut, like for everyone. So like that was one of the things like I had to like go and like check every country, what do they have, whatever. Like it's like a whole passage in the video, and it like explains to you. The other thing that actually took time was when she was talking about was it Indian national, like when you leave India you become Indian. I forgot what was it called. Like you're not an Indian citizen anymore. Oh, OCI, Overseas Citizen of India. And like also
Yeah, that's true. I remember.
we were like talking about it and like we weren't sure. So while we were, I kept like I didn't cut the part because we didn't know, but we were still chatting. I put like a description the bottom. Like that's
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Like being informative. Like,
Yeah.
I like to be something informative, like the one that's very like people's time.
yeah. I don't want to like as much as I can. I will try to like fact check everything, but like some stuff I won't fact check. Like if it's a story, I'm not gonna fact check it. If it's like a personal story,
If I tell like a part of the history of Brazil, you would fact check everything.
if it's part of the history, I should because it's not like
Alright, so
your
next
story.
episode we're gonna bring the whole history. Just kidding.
Yeah, me too. I'll bring the history book just to check what he's saying. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we went through Borderless Beginnings today, Culture Shock, News Update, and Home and Away. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. This is a podcast.
Thank you so much.
And watch the next episode that's going to be out soon. Probably.
See you.